This week on Rush Outdoors, we're chasing whitetails in the Bluegrass State. We'll explore the not-so-flattering side of the outdoors with Swing and a Miss. And, of course, member footage with Rush Uncut. Hold on to your hat. Rush Outdoors starts right now.
Shoot him. He is a dandy.
I can't believe that just happened.
Lays right there.
I redeemed myself this morning and I could not be happier.
We'll give you something good.
What a hot man.
Great buck.
That was freaking awesome.
Rush Outdoors is brought to you by Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store. Closed captioning for Rush Outdoors is brought to you by the Wayne County Department of Tourism. Look them up online at waynecountytourism.com.
Hi everyone, welcome to Rush Outdoors. I'm Realtree Pro Staffer Tim Anders. Today we're again at the Great New York Sportsman's Expo in Syracuse, New York. Here at the Expo, they have everything for the outdoor enthusiasts. It's no wonder why they're the largest growing show in North America. Now we're going to join pro staffers Brad Wilcox, Keith Bartholomew. They're headed to Kentucky chasing big whitetail.
So Keith and I, we take the summer, come up with a game plan for food plots, get some Whitetail Institute seed. Early August gets here, we head down to get that seed in the ground. So we get the Whitetail Institute seed in the ground, we check our covert trail cameras, it's showing us some pretty good bucks starting, we're gonna have a good fall. So with these hot temperatures, early September, we're not gonna burn up stands in the morning. So we just do our evening sits. September 5th, Saturday evening, we're headed to the stand. For the first night's sit, we decide we're gonna sit the same stand. We're both gonna take archery gear, but I'm gonna film Keith. We got multiple bucks showing up on this Whitetail Institute food plot, so we're excited.
This is the archery season opener down here in Kentucky. We're in northern Kentucky. It's about 94 degrees. We are after three very big bucks. One Big 10, a 13-point non-typical, and a 15-point non-typical. So we're just getting settled into the stand here. It's about 4:30, and we're gonna see what we can do.
Wouldn't you know, we get into that first evening and we got multiple shooter bucks showing up on that food plot. Among them, Junk, a 13-point non-typical that we really wanted to see. Now these deer are taking their sweet time making their way across that food plot. By the time they get to us, we're getting down to last camera light. Keith and I decide, let them go, we'll be back another day. Now this evening, Junk shows up with a few doe, no other shooter bucks, and there's plenty of daylight left. Wouldn't you know it, he takes his time, feeds. By the time he gets to us, once again, we're running out of daylight. Well, the weekend ends, and once again, the cameras save another deer. But Keith and I, we're already making plans to get back down there mid-October. Early muzzleloader season, we're gonna grab the CVAs, and we'll be back.
Before the calm, before the hunt, before the climb, it starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings. The best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands in hunting. When you get the shot, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Shadow Hunter professional grade hunting blinds. Innovation that lets you hunt like a pro. Proudly made in the American heartland, our systems elevate you to the perfect vantage point and are engineered for your total comfort and concealment. Built to a higher standard, the customizable Shadow Hunter system keeps you on top of your game. Start hunting like a pro today. Find your dealer at shadowhunterblinds.com.
Located in the lush farmlands of western New York, Orleans County offers some of the very best fly fishing opportunities in the country. From golden brown trout and acrobatic steelhead to powerful Chinook, coho, and Atlantic salmon, fishing prospects abound in the fall and winter. Whether you fish Oak Orchard or one of our other tributaries, you'll find uncrowded, wadeable waters to net one of these great species. Why not come and drop a line to our finny friends and see how fall fishing in Orleans County swims with color? I love New York.
Hi, I'm Todd from the Thousand Islands Bait Store. Come on in. Here at the Thousand Islands Bait Store, we pride ourselves in carrying just about anything. Rods and reels, we've got tons of them. Live bait, you name it, we've got it. Camping supplies, a wide selection of clothing, ice cold beverages, tackle. Nobody beats our inventory. Thank you very much for shopping the Thousand Islands Bait Store.
Rush Outdoors is also brought to you by Orleans County, Shadow Hunter Blinds, the New York Sportsman's Expo, Coyote Eyewear, CVA, Carbon Express Arrows, Argo, Beretta, PSE Archery, Scent Lock, Nocturnal Lighted Knocks, Block Targets, Hoorag, and Carlson's Choke Tubes.
So Saturday afternoon comes around. Keith and I split up. I head to the food plots. He heads over to the fields. Our covert trail cameras are showing us where they're bedding, where they're feeding. And we're just going to catch them in between.
That buck finally left the plot. He's been there for over a half hour feeding his rays. That was pretty cool though, to watch that for a while.
So I'm sitting over at Whitetail Institute food plots, got a little bit of activity, filming a small buck right below my stand. Just shut the camera off, bang, Keith shoots. A couple minutes go by, and then I get the text that no one wants to get. Keith lets me know he double punched the record button.
Well, I just made a big mistake. I just shot my targeted buck. He's a 13 point. And I didn't push record. Damn it.
Now you gotta understand, Keith's very committed to what he does in the outdoor industry. He puts the camera first. He puts the time in, carries the gear at all times, and I just know how this is gonna bother him.
Well, that's what it is. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure I smoked him.
You know what? Happens to everybody. You do this long enough, you're gonna make mistakes. Keith overcomes it. We go over, we get a game plan together to retrieve junk.
We got junk. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just a great animal. Big deer.
Rush Outdoors is also brought to you by the Thousand Island Bait Store, Muzzy Broadheads, Nikon Optics, Real Tree, North Country Storage Barns, Hunter Safety Systems, The Roxy, Thermacell, Whitetail Institute, The Resort at Snug Harbor, Pathfinder Luggage, Covert Scouting Cameras, Voss Signs, and Speed Cinch.
So now we're coming up with a game plan for the next day. Normally we wouldn't sit a stand 2 days in a row, especially after someone harvests an animal. But our covert trail cameras are showing us these deer are going to head to those Whitetail Institute plots. So I'm going to go back to that exact same fence post that Keith sat the night before.
On a good buck tonight, if not get a shot. We'll see. It's a beautiful night. A little bit warmer today, mid-50s. Pressure's still high, so we'll see. Temps are going to drop off again tonight. So I'm guessing that last hour, anything about 6 o'clock on, it should there should be some deer on their feet. So we just need the right one.
So I get settled in right where Keith sat the night before. I know there's multiple shooter bucks here, so I'm very excited to get this evening going. Beautiful evening, a little bit of breeze. Well, that breeze dies down. It's getting to be that magical last hour of daylight. A little bit of time goes by, not very long, 20-30 minutes. All of a sudden, look, here's some movement in the back corner. I can tell it's a big deer. Get the cameras going, get the Nikons on them. It's Girth Brooks, the #1 buck on our property. Finally, that smoke drifted to the side, and I see Girth Brooks laying in the field.
Oh my God, I'm shaking so bad. I just shot the biggest buck of my life. That's our #1 buck. That's Girth Brooks. I'm pretty sure that's Girth Brooks. If it's not, it's the big 9-point that we're after too. But I'm pretty sure that's Girth Brooks. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I'm shaking so bad right now. He's down right there. That CVA just dropped him in his tracks. That is unbelievable.
Dude. Look at that.
Buddy.
Dude.
Congratulations,
man. Oh my
man.
God, dude.
Congratulations. That's 150.
By far my biggest buck ever.
Good job, buddy.
That is amazing. Look at this.
Oh my
dude.
God. That's Girth.
That's Girth Brooks. He's all bladed. He's bladed everywhere. The bottoms are bladed. Oh my God, what a deer. That CVA hammered him, dude. That CVA freaking hammered him. 2 bucks in 2 days in the same spot.
We got him figured out.
Oh my, dude. Oh my God.
by far, dude, come take a look at him. You got to see this thing.
Buddy, I'm looking at him. I'm happy for you, Brad.
This thing.
That is sweet. Perfect 10 point.
Oh my God.
What a deer. Oh my God.
Look at the size of him.
He's a pig.
He is
Look at
huge.
how thick he is. Oh, is he gonna score good?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So when thinking about our 2015 Kentucky deer season, the first thing that comes to mind is hard work pays off. We went down, hiked the property, found some decent sheds. Got back down there, got our summer food plots in, ran the covert trail cameras, trusted in them, what they were showing us, and as a result, Keith and I harvested the #1 and #2 bucks off our property. Can't wait for 2016.
Brad and Keith, congratulations. Great job on some great bucks right there.
Cuzzy here with Rush Uncut. When I want to know what's going on in the outdoors, I turn to the New York Outdoor News for all my information.
Okay, now it's time for this week's Covert Corner, brought by Covert Scouting Cameras. This week we feature a pick sent in by pro staffer John Lennox, a big old Allegheny black bear. John, great pick. Everyone at Rush Outdoors, including myself, we rely on Covert Scouting Cameras.
Hi, I'm Victoria Furchaw, and we'll be back in 60 seconds with this week's Swing and a Miss, brought to you by Tim's Guns of Elbridge, New York.
Check out the latest from Covert Scouting Cameras, the leader in wireless trail cam technology, now offering 3G certified models compatible with AT&T or Verizon. Don't go to the camera. Don't pull the SD card. Get your photos texted or emailed directly to you.
Attention sportsmen! Running's Great New York Sportsman's Expo is back, January 27th through the 29th at the State Fairgrounds in Syracuse. Bring the whole family and celebrate everything that the great outdoors has to offer.
Today I'd like to talk to you about Cozy Cabins from North Country Storage Barn. With 7 styles of certified log homes and log cabins, you can find the camp or home that fits both your lifestyle and your budget. These Amish-built cabins come with finished interiors, knotty pine walls, and multiple flooring options. And spacious rooms will give you plenty of comfortable living space. The full line of Amish-built furniture, sheds, swing sets, and much more. Visit North Country Storage Barns today at one of 3 locations in Lowville, Sandy Creek, Philadelphia, New York.
Welcome to Swing and a Miss. This is a segment of the show where we feature footage of hunts that don't always go as planned. This week, we're going to tag along with Rush Uncut member Rich Alt fishing in the North Country. What's interesting about this clip is Rich is manning the camera and the net, and there's no way he's going to mess this up.
Did you lose him?
Hey Rich, let's look at the bright side. Well, for me anyway. At least you kept the camera rolling. Better luck next time. That's it for this week's Swing and a Miss, brought to you by Tim's Guns of Elbridge, New York. I'll catch you next week.
I hold the spot-on advantage. And there are a million more like me, using Spot On to build confidence in shooting farther and with more precision than ever before. The next generation of shooting accuracy has arrived. Join us.
Before the dawn, before the decoys, before the call. It starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings. The best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands in hunting. When you get the shot, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
My name is Thomas Armstrong, the president of the Tom's Bootleg Barbecue Sauce. Today we'll be cooking with Sapphire Grill. Today's menu is barbecue chicken. So right now we're going to season our meat with salt and pepper. Don't be shy with the salt and pepper, because that's where the flavor is. Then the dry rub. We're going to do both sides. Our next step is we'll be putting the chicken on the Sapphire Grill. Skin down first. We got it, some sizzling there. We're gonna just put on both here, I guess. Skin side down, and then we're just gonna close it until we get some grill marks. And our next step is we're gonna flip these and cook them on the other side. About 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so. This is the finished product. Now we're about to put on some of the Tom's Bootleg barbecue sauce. Sapphire Grill is my friend.
Here we go.
Perfect. Big old gobbler.
Now that's a fish.
Good buck. Beautiful, beautiful pike.
Rush Uncut is brought to you by Sapphire Grills.
Wow, Keith, that was a nice shot.
Yeah, I like to stretch it out when I'm practicing in the summertime for that easy shot in the fall when it's close.
Makes sense to me. Hey, we got a lot going on this episode. We're here with Keith Bartholomew, Rush Outdoors Pro Staffer and Rush Uncut Committee member. We got Guzzy and Norm in the background with the Sapphire Grill and Smoker cooking up some chicken. We're gonna have a great time. And what's Rush Uncut all about?
This is the part of the show where it's all about the members.
Up first, we got Rush Uncut member Jason Florenz. It's springtime and we're gonna chase some gobblers.
Let's see what he's got.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks,
That
man.
was awesome. Good job.
Thanks
Good.
a lot, man.
Nice shot you made,
Great.
huh?
What a morning.
Wow.
Man, it doesn't get any better than this.
Awesome.
What a beautiful day.
This is Jason Florenz, Rush Uncut member. I'm Mike King, Rush Uncut member. We just had an awesome hunt here in central New York. Had these birds located from yesterday. We set up in this oat field and some hens came out. As you'll see in the footage, this Tom came right up. He was strutting around, spitting and drumming, and Jason made a great shot. What do you think, buddy?
Awesome, man. What a day.
Wasn't it awesome?
Yep. Spring turkey on.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Real good stuff, Jason. Let's see what we got next.
All right, let's take it to the fall. We got some white-tailed deer footage from Rush Uncut member Shane Smith.
Yeah, Shane's from Ohio. He's bringing it to the southern tier of New York. Let's check it out.
Today, we are up here in the state of New York in pursuit of a big giant whitetail on my good buddy Don Rodman's farm. It's actually his sister's farm and him caretaker. And we're on the backside of a sagebrush field right here, and I guess there's crab apples and apple trees and what have not in this bottom. We turkey hunted up here a couple years ago, and I kept seeing deer coming out this bottom right here up into here. I thought this was a good spot. Every morning we hunted turkeys and deer come out of here up there. So, but here it is, November 5th, 2015, and I'm getting jacked up right here in the state of New York.
Meh, meh.
First night New York, baby, first night. Did you hear him coming in? I quoted him and he was coming up now. That was great, that was great.
First day in New York, an hour and 10 minutes, and I just got my buck.
Keith, the chicken's almost done. I want to get on this Argo and take another ride. Let's get the picture of the week.
We got Rush Uncut member Don Rodman. He's hunting with Victoria Furchaw, our swing and miss host, and they got a big long beard on the ground.
Chicken's done. Let's put the Sapphire Grill and Smoker to rest and dig in. But first, tell the folks at home How easy is it to sign up for Rush Uncut?
Real easy, Dave. You log on to rushoutdoors.com and click onto the Rush Uncut logo. It's that easy.
Or stop out at the Great New York Sportsman's Expo in Syracuse, New York State Fairgrounds, January 27th through the 29th.
Stop on down and meet the whole Rush Outdoors crew.
And don't forget to rush outdoors
with a camera.
Rush Uncut is brought to you by Sapphire Grills and by Beck Equipment, Fire Tower Doubles, Dovey Motors, Upstream Construction, The Rope Guys, Cape Vincent Chamber of Commerce, the Snug Harbor Restaurant and Marina, Carolina Carports, Borquin's Farm Equipment with Simplicity and Ferris, Four Seasons Archery, IBEW Local 43, and IBEW Local 1249.
And that's all the time we have for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Also, let's not forget the Great New York Sportsman's Expo, January 27th through the 29th at the State Fairgrounds, Syracuse, New York. Check out the website listed below. Give them a like on Facebook. From everyone at Rush Outdoors, I'm your host, Tim Andrus. We'll see you in the woods.
For more information on Rush Outdoors, like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
We feature not even me, I was talking fast and all. Did I make him go like this? Does your face?
You're so rude.
I just feel like that today. Wow. Interesting about this hunt, we're hunting the fishes. Don't you know about that?
Makes that
easier. Okay.
Substitute food plots, woodpecker. Right before dark. Right before dark.